All right, guys. January 14th, 2022. Let's get it quickly. Crypto fear and greed. Not the lowest it could be, but pretty much at the lows. We have open interest. Apart from this weird wick, it seems that we're pretty close to the bottom again. So not only is no one longing, but nobody's most likely shorting as well. So we're in this weird space where if you're waiting for a short squeeze, it doesn't look like it's happening unless people aggressively enter right now. Open interest, the same thing. Let's check liquidations, a bunch of longs, right? Because of that wick up and then it went down. Funding, negative most, right? Binance, neutral or negative. FTX, Bybit is neutral. Okay. Let's check the 4 screen. We got the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF here, the 4 hour. We look like we're bouncing on this support created by the stack coin 1 indicator right here. Boom. We'll see what happens when the market opens. Doesn't look good by the trend. Keeps tapping this. It seems like it's going to break. There should be another support down here, so it's not going to fall too long, but we're bearish on that, especially the momentum. And then we have the US, the DXY. This one, we just broke this major trend line. Let's hope it stabilizes, but most likely the next target will be back down here, right? It should have some resistance right here, but it's most likely going to go down to here, which is 1%. So that's not good, but this is inversely correlated to Bitcoin. So technically it should help Bitcoin, but we'll see. And the momentum looks pretty okay. So it should be turning around at some point soon. Total market cap. We just bounced off the 2 trillion. I don't want to see it go underneath there. If it does, we're going down to this area at 1.88. So let's hope it doesn't go there, because then there's a little bit of support here and a major drop down, which will probably go down to here. Well, that would be catastrophic, but some people are expecting it. But let's just hope we bounce off here or stay in the relative vicinity. All right. Bitcoin daily chart. We had this wedge, this downward wedge, right? So we got rejected off this line, which is the inner lining of the wedge. The thicker one is the outer one where you could trade after just to be safe. It's a safety precautionary thing, because these can be drawn different ways. So this isn't great. It's not the end of the road yet, but it looks like we bounced off that one. Let's check the Ethereum one. The Ethereum one, we got back into it and then dumped right under, tested. Now we're going down. Right. Retested here and it went down. There's a lot of support here, right? We have the fib level and the downward sloping edge of the wedge. So this is hard to break, right? That's why we went up and dumped straight through. So the general outlook, we're at a very pivotal moment right now, and I'll show you this on Bitcoin. Everything is more clear on Bitcoin because it's leading everything right now, and Bitcoin, in addition to the stock market, leads Bitcoin at this point. They're very correlated with commodities, and then Bitcoin leads everything else. So you only have to look at Bitcoin at this point. And we had this trading range. We had this trading range that you can basically draw alongside of this fib level, and then it would be somewhere around here, right? I don't like that we entered it back in. It's not good. It means most likely we're going to go retest the bottom. And if we retest the bottom, that means we're probably going to go past it and then retest the lower low. Now, where could we stop if we did go lower? Let's check the daily. Luckily, there's a large resistance here on the daily based on the StatCoin1 indicator. Very large. Let's actually use this different chart for this. Don't forget the lines. The lines are color coded. The redder they are, the more higher time frame. So if you look at it, there's a lot of resistance here, a lot of resistance here. I could see it bouncing off here again, right? I mean, we're talking major resistance here. Other than that, we have the next fib level down here at 37.5. So if this is major push down, I could see it either here or here. If you're trying to be safe, use this one. Set a buy order, but there's a lot of bids around this area, actually around this area, a lot. So a lot of people are trying to buy here. So we'll see how it goes. I would, if you're averse to risk and you want to take advantage of it, not miss anything, I would use this zone right here, around 41,000. If you're worried about it, go all the way down here. I don't think we need to really even look at Ethereum at this point. Ethereum, well, luckily with Ethereum, we have the golden pocket right here underneath, used as support, as opposed to Bitcoin, which the golden pocket's actually above it. It's this part right here. They're looking a little bit different. I should probably keep it consistent. Right, so the golden pocket here is right here. It entered the golden pocket and got rejected. So that's it for the update, really. We'll try to do them daily. The general outlook is very mixed. There's a lot of things to be positive about, but the general macro outlook over everything, the stock market, everything is kind of gloomy, right? With the tapering, the Fed tapering, whether you believe it's going to happen or not. Historically, they've always stopped it the second the stock market fell 5 to 10%. So I don't think it's going to last long, but it could be bad in the short term. So it's up to you to manage your risk carefully. I mean, I'll tell you this though, if we're at a sort of a turning point, because if it breaks this 37,000 level, it's going to go down here. It's almost positive, right? And everybody thinks this is going to hold, and I do too. So you're kind of already at this point. If I was most people, I would, if this has a bigger relief rally and goes up to like 36, which is the next point of resistance, and then up here at 52.5 or so, but really here at 51. If it goes back to here, I would consider selling some. If it goes up to here, I would definitely sell some, because I don't think it's going to make it far. This looks more of an attempt for exit liquidity than really a bounce, because there's nobody buying. If you look at the daily, and this has been a very long video, look at the volume when you zoom out, right? This average volume, right? Here it's huge volume. It seems like retail never really came back. So be careful.